Alright, let me show you some mistakes that I have noticed in the works I've been seeing recently from most graphic designers. And this video is all about you working properly with your images as a graphic designer when you are placing your images in a box. You should understand the principle of, or the rule of proportion in design. You should be able to maintain a standard flow for your images or your photos while working. I'm going to be showing you an example of what I'm talking about. So, working with photos, how to place photos in boxes correctly. That's the right way. So I have some photos here from the internet. I don't have a copyright to these photos. Now, if you see these photos, they are not the same size. All these photos are not equal sizes. They are not having the same frame, and okay, they have different sizes. The pictures are different. Can you work with these photos properly while placing them in a box? I will be showing you two slides after this slide. All these photos I'm showing you, I don't have a copyright to them. I got them from the internet. So this slide, if you look at this slide, this photo is from Black to Business. You can see their logo here. I got this from the internet some time ago. So I don't have a copyright to this. So when you are working on a design that has to do with a lot of photos like this, how can you properly place each of these photos in a box the right way? Now, when I talked about proportion, I mean all the images to have the same size. They should have the same size. They should end, or they should start and end in a particular place. They should have the same measurement. The boxes should have the same measurement, of which you already know that. And the images should have the same sizes. If what you are taking is from the head to down the neck, all the images should have that same flow. Now you can see this image. So you are seeing this image now. It's from the head to down below her breast. Now this image and this image, they are not having the same flow. This image and this image are not having the same flow. All these images here, they are not having the same flow. So I can properly or correctly say that this work is actually not correct. You can see this image, the head is being chopped off. This one, the head is being chopped off. Now this one, the head is showing. Now this one, the head is showing. Now if I were to be the person that did this, what I'm going to do is that I will take this flow, the flow of this picture, for all of these other pictures. They are not the same background, they are not the same sizes, but they should maintain the same flow. Correct? So I will show you an example of what you are supposed to do and how you should do it the correct way. Now, if you are taking this flow, this should be the flow for every other photo on this frame. You get? If you notice, the images on this side, these images, they are actually, the frames are bigger than this, the boxes are bigger than this. You get? They are not perfect squares, they are rectangles, and some are squares. But even though some are rectangle and some are squares, every picture that is appearing should have the same frame. Now this and this are not having the same thing. If you are even taking this, if you are taking this as your standard flow for your pictures, it's perfect. You can see this, the head is also being affected. This is wrong. I even think this is also perfect to take at all as a standard for the workflow. You can't have images like this on your work. The reason is this: Your work is actually a frame, and everything that makes a frame should be balanced. You are supposed to have one particular picture that is guiding you as a standard to have your other pictures inserted into the boxes. Now, this work, no matter where it was done, be it abroad or anywhere, this is really wrong. Now look at this picture. I know this picture is not the same as this. Now look at this one. So what are you supposed to do? Because we are going to be working with this to get it right. What you are supposed to do is this. Now you can see this. This is an example of what is acceptable. This is correct. If you check the flow of the images, they are the same. Like, they have the same proportion, they have the same placement. You can see all these heads, a part of it is taken off, and the broadness of the faces, they are all bold, they are coming out well, even though the pictures, they are not the same persons. You can even see this, even though her neck is a bit bent from the way she snapped the picture, and this also, you can see that the head, the faces, they are all showing. They are like, unlike this, when some have their bodies showing and their heads showing, and some even have some other elements on the background showing. This is wrong. Okay, so this is what you are supposed to do as a graphic designer. Your images should have similar workflow. You get? While working with images, you should have similar workflow. Don't do this. Don't do this. This is wrong. This is wrong. Instead, follow this. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. You can see how perfectly when you look at this, you see a frame. Like, this is a complete frame. When you look at this is a complete frame. Okay, when you look at this, you can see that this is perfect. The heads, the faces, all are having the same dimension, the same flow from the head to their what, to below their shoulders, the same thing. So let's work with these images and see how we can correctly achieve this. Now we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 images. So let me take them out of my printable page. Okay, so I'm having 6 boxes. I might decide to use rectangle or squares, whichever you are using. I have 6 boxes. So hold down your shift, move it, and right click to drop it. Then you can hit your control and your arrow to duplicate that. Okay, so move, hold down your shift, drag down, right click to duplicate. So I have 6 boxes. So who am I going to use as my guide? So I can say, let me use this as my guide. Power clip, then hold down your shift as you are increasing. I can use this as a guide. Get? This is perfect. Okay, so look at what I'm doing. All the images should have the same workflow. Okay, good. All right. You might experience some difficulty with these, but reduce. Okay, reduce. so. Okay, then if you have an image like this, what I would suggest is you fill in this remaining part of this image with the color that you have on the background. You take your color eyedropper tool, then just fill it so that it won't be noticed. You can do that. Okay, you are holding down your alt to click what is already inside. Okay, I can accept that. Because of this, I can decide to bring this down so that they can flow together. Okay, all right, they are having the same height. I can decide to bring this down. All right, so we have that. Let's back clip this. You can see the standard we've created. They should have the same workflow. All right, so you should know we'll keep on increasing this. Okay, all right. Okay, our last image. Perfect. Now, these images, they were not the same sizes, but now you can see what we've actually achieved. This is perfect. This is an example of working correctly with your images. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, so we have a frame here, okay, so you can see what I'm talking about. This is perfect. So this is what you are supposed to do. Don't do this. For instance, you are reducing this and you are having this image like this, and other images are like this. Don't do this. This is wrong. Don't do this when you have more than one image. Don't do this. This is wrong. Okay, this is wrong. All your images should come out with the same workflow, the same proportion. They should have the same proportion. So this is what I thought good to show you in this video. And okay, all right, this is the correct one. This is not it. I tell you, this is not it. So this is the correct one. From now on, when you have images that you are working with, maybe you're designing a flyer, from this now I can even design a flyer perfectly well. All right, thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video this week. Bye bye.